Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed the strictest social media law in history on Monday. Today we're going to talk about how the new law could hurt your operations and profitability. But stay tuned until the end to learn about a potential benefit you might not have considered. This is AI Capitalist, where we dive deep into how changes like the new Florida social media law affect how you operate and profit in the new economy. The new law forces social media apps to get permission from parents before giving teenagers 14 to 15 years old an account. The law also bans children younger than 14 from getting social media accounts at all. These restrictions are aimed at mental health and child safety concerns, and they require social media companies to block marketing to under 13-year-olds' accounts. Anyone working in the marketing or product development understands that social media is like a Hoover vacuum of personal data. I mean, it's a gold mine. The artificial intelligence algorithms we all depend on to tell us what customers are looking for and where trends are going feast on this social media data. If we lose access to that information, especially from teenagers with their disposable income, it's going to seriously impact marketing and product development. The law is 100% for sure going to be challenged in court. Judges in some other states have already struck down less restrictive laws on free speech grounds. So really, just how much of this is a political performance? Well, the losses are piling up for state legislators who've been trying to curb tech companies' power. Courts in Ohio and in Arkansas have halted new laws that would have prohibited social media companies from letting kids have accounts without their parents' consent. A judge in California has blocked a similar law. The new law also says that any website host, like OnlyFans, or any web service like Chrome browser, have to confirm the age of users before allowing them access. They also have to provide links to digital blocking tools that parents can use to restrict their kids' access to inappropriate content. In reality, anyone with teenagers knows that they are way better at bypassing parental controls than parents are at monitoring them. I mean, I was a 16-year-old boy once, and I can tell you that, there's no one as motivated to get to illicit content as a 16-year-old boy. So, there we are. For similar laws, many people under 16 have just been lying about their ages so they can sign up on social media. So even if the law makes it through the courts, unless there's a much stricter level of identity verification, I don't think it's going to work. Now, this is AI Capitalist, and I'm generally against new regulations. I mean, it's kind of hinted at in capitalism, free market, less regulation, right? But I'm extremely skeptical about the government's ability to regulate our companies and lines online. But the idea behind this law does have some merit. Look, I don't mean to sound like an old curmudgeon, even if I am one. But when I was these kids' age, I wasn't buried in a cell phone because we didn't have them. I was cleaning up movie theaters to make a few bucks. Maybe if the government is somehow able to get kids off of their phones and they get jobs instead, this could be a step in rediscovering a work ethic. Now, if you're passionate about navigating this new regulated data world, smash that like button. Your like helps me bring more insightful content your way. And I thank you for your incredible support as we explore these crucial developments together. With DeSantis' new law, businesses rooted in online platforms, social media, digital marketing, even e-commerce, are going to have to rapidly adapt their operational frameworks to stay relevant. The first concern is the potential shrinkage of market size, given that a significant portion of social media users are teenagers. If the law actually succeeds in restricting access, businesses are going to have to see a dip in user engagement rates, and they're therefore going to see lower ad revenues as a result of that. But bigger picture, the law is definitely picking up on a shift in the public mood. Parents are starting to realize just how destructive social media can be to their children's development. If the law isn't struck down, it's not just going to stay in Florida. You need to be thinking about brand reputation. If you get on the wrong side of parents who are protecting their kids, you could end up facing a customer backlash. Businesses that proactively adopt and champion user safety might lose some access to the teenage market, but they can also strengthen trust and loyalty among the parents who actually have the money. So there's the risk, right? But is there a potential benefit here? Well, have you ever tried to hire a Gen Z? About half of them are great employees. They're diligent and dedicated team players. But the other half, well, I've personally found a lot of them to lack basic social skills. A good number of them will get the job done, but only from their own bedrooms. Gen Z's pervasive social anxiety and a constant need for safe spaces and trigger warnings and continuous praise adds a need for a whole new level of finesse if you have to manage these people as employees. And this social anxiety also means that there are less and less people you can call on to promote into management in the future. A lot of the social anxiety is starting to be traced back to children introduced to social media at a young age. I mean, think of Gen Z. These are the kids who were 12 and 13 when Facebook first came out. Instead of spending their formative years learning to navigate conversations and relationships, these kids are buried in their digital dungeons looking for likes on their phones. It's a good simulation of a relationship, but they aren't having any actual relationships. Friends, dates, girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever. If we can put a stop to this, you might start to see a major increase in the quality of your new hires a decade from now. At least if you're running a business in Florida.